You call yourself a man? You know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking gambling degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
Well, hello, you degenerate fucks, and welcome to the Degenerate Gambler. It is Thursday, the 4th of May. You know, it's Star Wars Day, isn't it? May the 4th be with you. For all the geeks and nerds out there who love Star Wars. Anyway, look, I'm a day late this week, partly because looking at the football for this week, with the National League and all stopping last week, were short games, and also the Championship League One and stuff is going to be later. Um, they are Sunday and Monday, so there's a lot of. Oh, hold on, 1 second. Sorry, I lost my notebook. Yeah, so the Championship League One, League Two all finished this week, and they're all on different times and days. So what I decided to do was I picked one bet for Saturday and one bet for Sunday. Saturday's bet is sort of all over the place because we are lacking a lot of games. Sunday's bet's mostly all England. In fact, I think it's all England. Um, and then there's some great football on Monday, but I'll get to that anyway. So I'll go into last week. Last week and even into this week, I've had a lot of near misses. Bets being beat by a goal here, or a strange result there. But I did get a win of just under 80 quid with an early bet, so that helped a bit. Uh, the main bet on Saturday wasn't great. I had Sunderland drew two each, Peterborough drew nil each, Sheffield Wednesday win, AFC Fylde win, and Gillingham drew one each. We also had myself and the boys do the assault bet. We had a six timer. We all made a selection. Each mine was AFC Fylde. They needed to win the league, and it was beat by Sunderland. So it actually went very close as just Sunderland who were 1-0 down, then went 2-0 down, and then went to 2-1. So I was thinking at the time if they had got back to one each, they probably would have won that game. But at 2-0 down, they actually did well to come back and get a 2-2 draw. But look, that bet was unlucky. I had an evening bet that I did a couple of evening bets that were close. One of them I did just because it was the National League final day. I just picked a bet out of all National League games, and I think out of the five, was it five or six I picked, but there was two that beat me. Wrexham drew one each, and I needed one goal in another game, so that went quite close. Definitely, as I say, a few close calls. I did get a 20 quid free bet. I posted that on Bet365 at the end of last week. There was £20 worth of free bets if you stake £20. Some people got more. Some of my followers got 50. Some of my mates got 50. Some of them got nothing. So that meant I could have a few more bets without worrying about losing my own money. So I haven't got the actual numbers here. I forgot to write them down, but that was the end of the month, the end of April, and I finished. It's only the second month out of, I think we're on the month 11. Yeah, because it was June. June last year was when I started counting. It's only the second month that I've been in a loss, and it wasn't even a big loss. It was something like 20 or 30 pound. Not great. That 79 pound helped it a wee bit, that win, but no hay, and that was a poor month. I'm just hoping that May I can get at least one, maybe two winners, and bump back up to sort of around 1,500 quid profit for the season, because that would be nice. I'll get on to the oh shit. You know what? I'm just realizing I haven't done the Premier League stats. I haven't done the Premier League stats. Will I even do these or will I not? I'll just run through them and not give percentages or nothing. But so I'll go Championship. Championship, there's 12 games, 5 favourites, 4 draws, 3 outsiders. League One, 7 favourites, 3 draws, 2 outsiders. League Two, two favourites, 2 draws, 8 outsiders, which is mental. National League, 6 favourites, 5 draws, 1 outsider. National League North, 8 favourites, 2 draws, 2 outsiders. The National League South, Six favourites, two draws, and four outsiders. So that would have been out of 72 games. There was 34 uh, favourites won, so it was actually over 50% in those. But again, I don't have the Premier League ones in front of me. I have some notes wrote down about it, so I think it was about eight favourites and one draw, and then I would have been looking at what was last night's game? Or was it Monday night's game? No, it would have been the Arsenal game, which was what, Tuesday. That was the final fixture of the weekend. So it probably would have been nine favourites, one draw, and no outsiders. So that would have bumped that up even more. So look, there probably was a bet out there in England. I wasn't there. I wasn't picking the right ones. Uh, so let's get on to this bet, and I'll talk a little bit about um, the fixtures and what I'm going to do as well next midweek, because there's not a great deal on except for Monday. And Monday's obviously being a bank holiday. So anyway, the first bet, Saturday's bet, first team, Spurs. Spurs are at home to Palace. They're 4-5. Next is Young Boys. They're away to St. Gallen. They're 4-5. Uh, Next is an over 2.5. So this is a mixed bet. Next is over a 2.5. Bruges and Royal Union. And that's over 2.5 is even money. Now they actually beat me last night. That Royal Union were 2-0 down against Antwerp, and in the first half and couldn't score a goal. So look, not great, but I'm hoping that they can turn that around and get some goals at the weekend. And then the last one is Freiburg versus Leipzig, both to score, which I also had last night, and I think in the end it was 4-1 to Leipzig. That's evens as well. So that whole bet comes to 9.2 to 1. So it's £102 for the tenner. And if you want, I'll run through here and I'll give you my reasons. Let's see here. Let's pull this up. 1 second, bear with me here. Right, so Spurs, look, we know Spurs are Spursy, and Spurs have been shite recently. But, you know, the Liverpool game, they did score 3 goals and get it back to 3 each. And Ryan Mason, that was only his first game, and he's done all right when he's covered them before. Look, at the minute, Palace have 10 points in the last 5 games. It's great form since Roy Hodgson came back. Spurs only 4 points, but Spurs' home form, even though they've been pace, isn't that bad. They drew 2 each with United. They lost to Bournemouth, which obviously poor. They beat Brighton, who's a good side. They beat Forest, and they drew the game before that was in the Champions League. They drew with Milan. Whereas Palace's away record, even though they're in good form, they've only got 2 wins, and that was against Southampton and Leeds. They lost to Wolves away, they lost to Arsenal away, and they lost to Brighton away. So my sort of thinking there is Spurs should, and again, Spurs, if Spurs want to finish, you know, in the top four, they're currently sitting sixth. You know, they're going to have to get three, 4 wins out of these last 3, 4 games. So look, that's my thinking there. 4-5, I think it's a good price. It could go either way. It could be a fucking 2-0 Palace win, or it could be a Spurs win. But as I say, I'm searching for games here. So next one is, and these are all scattered times, by the way. None of them are, again, were in that little games. I had to just pick what I could. So the next one, I'd say, was Young Boys. They are currently top of the league. St. Gallen are 7th. In form, Young Boys 10 points out of 15. St. Gallen only 2. Young Boys second best home record or away record in the league. St. Gallen a decent home record, 5th. But recently at home they have 3 defeats and 2 draws. So poor home form recently. Young Boys away form not amazing. Two defeats, a win, and 2 draws. But they are, you know, they are the best team in that league. I mean, they're top by 20 points. Do you know what I mean? Or just 18 points. 18 points clear. Do you know what I mean? So they've had a wee blip. I'm thinking they'll get back on winning ways at the weekend. Next, I go to Bruges and Royal Union. So currently 3rd and 4th in the split, the way the league splits there. I can't really look at form because of the way the league split, but if I'll go into the recent form, so both playing well. and say we're looking here for goals. So um, 3 of Bruges' last 5 have been over 2. The other one of the games was 2-0, so that was close, and then it was 1-0. At home, they have a 7-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. That's their last 3 at home. So there's, okay, the other team hasn't been scoring, but the other team wasn't Union Royale, who do score goals. Looking at their form is of their last 5, 3 of over, and the other 2 were one each and 2-0, so 2-goal games. Away from home, they have 3 games over, 2 not, but again, both those games were one each. So, again, just hoping that could be some goals in that game. And then lastly, Freiburg and Leipzig. Look at the league table and who's scoring. They're very close to each other in the table. They are 4th and 5th. Both scoring goals. Looking at the last game, so the game the other night ended up to finish 5-1. But games against each other are 5-1, 3-1, 1 each, 1 each, 1 each. That's the last 5. So that's why the both teams score. So that's that. That's bet for Saturday. I'll move on to Sunday. So I'll run through these quickly and then I will give you my reasons. So first one is Plymouth away to Port Vale, 3-4. Nats County and Bournemouth over 2.5, 3-5. Midtjylland away to Langerbury, 10-11. Kings Lynn, Kidderminster over 2.5, evens, and Dartford St Albans both to score 8-11. So looking at the Plymouth game, form Plymouth top of the league. They are 1 point clear. A win will win them the league. Playing Port Vale, who's way down the table. Plymouth had that dip there for a while, but they've actually won 5 in a row. Port Vale only 4 points in the last 15 available. Home form, Plymouth 1 win, 2 defeats. 2 wins, 2 defeats, and a draw in the last 5. Plymouth won 4 of their last 5, and the only defeat was against Bolton. So, look, same as I thought with AFC Fail last week. A team going out needing to win the league. That's the time to deliver. Next is to say Nats County. Looking at the goals in this game, Nats County score a lot of goals. Bournemouth don't score many, to be fair, but I'm looking at this thinking this could be a 3-1 or a 3-0 game to Nats County, or it could be a tight 2-1. That's my sort of thinking. In Nats County's last 5 home, they have 4 games over and 1 was 1 each. That was their last game against York, which was the last. Was that the last game of the season that they played them? Yeah, where they knew they couldn't win the league. So the games before that, 3-0, 3-0, 4-0, 3-1. So you see what I'm saying there about the 3-0. Bournemouth away, 3 of the 5 over. They had a 2-1 win, 3-1 defeat. They had a 1 each draw, 4-0 win, and a 2-0 win. So decent amount of goals scored. Midtjylland away to, is it Langbury? I don't know how you pronounce it. It's fucking Danish anyway. Sorry, they're at home. Sorry, they're away. They're away to Langbury. Oh, sorry. Currently top of the bottom half of the league. So it hasn't been a good year for Midtjylland. They won that league a few years, but that other team, Langbury, are bottom. They're 12th. In form, 13 points out of 15. Midtjylland, Langbury only 5. Away from home, they've got the best away record out of those 6 teams, and Langbury have the second worst in the league. Looking at recent form, they're not bad. A couple of wins and 3 draws for Langbury, and away Midtjylland 3 wins and 2 draws. But I just think Midtjylland are the bigger side. They've had a bad season, but they should win that game. Next, go to Kings Lynn. That's what I was going to say too. These games are all early, 12 or 12:30 on Sunday, because there's I'll get on to that in a wee second. But so the Kings Lynn and Kidderminster over 2s. Looking at the recent games, so Kidderminster have a 2-0, 3-1, 3-2, 2-0, 4-1, all wins, won their last 5. Kidderminster have a 1-0 win, 3-0 win, 3-1 win, 3-0 win, 2-0 win. So both teams have won all 5 games and scored goals in the games. that could lead to this being a tight game, but to me, it's more that this could be a high scoring game. And then lastly, we go to Dartford. Dartford playing St Albans. Um, my thinking here was so, but obviously this is a playoff game. These games have been tight. I've been backing both to score or overs in these games, and they've been pretty right so far. So I'm continuing on with that. But these teams played each other 3 times since 2022, and they've been 2-1, one each, and 3-1. So that's kind of my thinking on that one. And I say that bet comes to about 17-1. That's pretty big. I haven't placed that. I'll be placing that very soon. I was actually waiting on the Dartford price. It hadn't been priced up yet. So anyway, that's the 2 bets for Saturday and Sunday. So looking at it, as I said, there's a lot of games there that are Sunday's 12:30. So the what league is it? Let me see here. Let me get the leagues up for Sunday. So Sunday at 12 o'clock, all of League One plays, the whole League One. So I may even do a little bet for that, separate. So similar to what I did with the National League, but all of League One is Sunday, and then there's games scattered throughout the day. You know, Arsenal play Newcastle, West Ham play United. Um, and there's games in France at 2 o'clock. It's a good Sunday. Sunday I'll probably end up spending more money betting than I would any other Sunday because of the being the last day of the season. Then we move on to Monday, so we're moving into next week. So on Monday, which is obviously a bank holiday, there's 3 Premier League games, but there's also the full championship is at 3 o'clock. It's their last game of the season. And then, sorry, before that at 12:30, League Two, the full fixture list. So I'll probably do bets. I'll probably do maybe definitely for the League Two. I'll do something, pick 4 or 5 selections out of that for a wee bet for the morning, and then I'll probably just have one other bet Monday that covers everything from 3 o'clock onwards. So yeah, so that's Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday not great, but there are the Champions League semi-finals. So I don't know if I'll be doing bets on those days, but I might do bet builders. That's about the only thing I can think's worth doing. On Tuesday it is Madrid City, and then on Wednesday it is AC Milan, Inter Milan. So looking at, I don't think there's much else on those nights. So is it really worth doing accumulators or whatever? I'll have a quick look at Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, very very little on. Swedish games. Wednesday, it's just the Champions League, and there's probably a few other there that I'm missing. But I think if I'm doing a bet, Champions League semi-finals, a good league to bet on, or a good game to bet on. So, maybe just a fiver bet builder each night. I'd say the bets will be getting probably less, especially after this, because we're getting down to, we're scratching around looking for leagues to bet in. So anyway, yeah, that's basically it. There's 2 bets for you. As I say, keep an eye on the social media on Monday. I'll maybe even do the bet on Sunday night or for the early matches on Monday to get it posted. And then I'll have a bet for sort of 3 o'clock Monday as well. So that's basically it for today. Enjoy your bank holiday, and just leaves me to say, if you are doing a bet, good luck and happy pumping.
Here, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, thanks. Let me find out you fucked up. I'll leave you wherever I find you.